everyone, Chivos here, bringing you another episode of my Pentagon Challenge, and that is correct. This is episode 7 of the Pentagon Challenge. So what has been happening? So the last time I saw you was our top of the table clash against Persib, who we lost to 4-2. Since then, patchy run of results, but mainly getting points on the board. So we drew 0-0 with Persru. We lost to Persabaya. Disappointing result there. Arif tried to make a late comeback, but he couldn't. We beat Persik, Burrito Putra, Persiguban before our first draw against PSM. Then we managed to beat Persiguban in the second leg of the Indonesian Cup. We then drew 1-1, 2 games in a row, Serjuaya and Perseram. Unlucky results there. Persikoda we managed to beat in the Indonesian Cup second round. We also managed to beat Semen Padang, who I said I would join you for, but my attention was drawn to the Persipura game. And why is that? It's because they are third on the table. That is correct. If you do check the table right now, we sit in second position on 37 points. So at 1 point, Persib with 9 points clear with a game in hand. They managed to slip up a couple games. We're now 6 points off the top, but it's not bad because as you can see right there, there are now 2 green lines in the Indonesian Super League. Why is that, you wonder? Before there was only 1. And that is because now the Indonesian leagues have been getting better. Our coefficients have been getting better. So now we have more places in the Asian Champions League. And this works out well for us because we can now get into the Champions League a lot easier through the Indonesian Super League. So the way things stand is, if you check the Indonesian Super League, obviously there was only the one before which guaranteed you into the playoff spot. But now, if you check the rules of the competition, the one team qualifies for the Asian Champions League group stage, and 2 teams qualify for the second preliminary round, depending on the winner of the Indonesian Cup. So this is great. And if we do check the Indonesian Cup now as well, the winner of the Indonesian Cup will go into the final. We now qualify for the Champions League. So obviously we won the Indonesian Cup last season, and that entered us into the Asian Confederations Cup, which isn't too bad, and we are expected to win the Confederations Cup. And if you look at the teams who have played, they're not very good. They're all smaller coefficient nations, so that's not bad there. But the thing we need to look at is, if we win the Indonesian Cup, we get a spot in the Champions League. Was it the group stage or was it the preliminary? I've already forgotten. That shows you how bad my memory is. But it just says qualifies for the Champions League. So then, because it says depends on the Indonesian Cup in the Super League here, I'm assuming that they go straight into the second preliminary round. So that's still not bad. If we win the Indonesian Cup, we can get into the second preliminary round. If we finish second, we can get into the second preliminary round. Or if we finish first, we get straight into the group stage. So that gives me a reason to stay in Indonesia. I couldn't believe it when the news was passed on to me, but I do have to believe it, and I have. And the thing is now, I have updated the squad. So since the last time I saw you, we have made some transfers. I will show you what's been happening. I've been really strengthening for next season. I did have to get rid of some players this season, but things have gone alright. So we got rid of Kennedy Sengba to Perseram earlier on in the season for 12.75k. It was a bit of a loss for us there, but if you do check his career stats, he's only appeared once for them. He's appeared 5 times, only scoring once. So not too bad there. And also Lu Hedong, one of my club favourites, was falling out with me, so he decided he wanted to move on. So I sold him back to China, to Yongchan, for 31k. The money wasn't the issue. The issue was letting him back into Indonesia. I didn't want him to play for another club, so we decided he'd go back to China. I have made some ins though. I've made quite a few ins because I'm trying to strengthen the squad. So the first one, for 8.25k from Atletico Mineiro, Jessiel. And as you can see, this guy's a 5-star current ability, 5-star potential ability. He is a dominant player in the league. Not been playing very well. As you can see, he's only made 2 appearances, a 6.5 average rating. But he just needs to find his feet, then he'll be fine. A very, very good play there. We also brought in Celsius Gebze from Brito Putra for 12.5k. You're wondering why? He's a keeper. Why do I need a keeper? Because Mega will not sign a new contract. So if I am staying here, I need a keeper. So Gebze was the Indonesian keeper I required. I also brought in Natsir Mububi on a free. This guy's another keeper. I brought him in just for a backup because I'm not going to renew Wadana's contract. Also, Flavio from Boa Vista in Brazil for 20k. This guy is an exceptional goalkeeper. So he's 23 years old. He is Brazilian. Mega is leaving. I need another goalkeeper. This was the best possible goalkeeper I could get. He does take up a foreign spot, but I knew it would be worth it. So I did sign him, and he's fit right into the team. We also signed Ramdhani Lestaluhu from Sriwijaya, and he was signed for 30k. The reason I brought him in, Luhu Dong was gone. Who was going to play on the left-hand side? It's Ramdhani. A very, very good player. A bit better than Luhu Dong. As you can see, his natural fitness is really good. And he's a bit better technically and mentally than Luhu Dong. And he can also play in the center of the pitch. So that was a very good pick up there. We also brought in Rizal Saputra for 40k from Persiba. Thinking, why would I spend 40k on a player? Especially if he's only 16 years old. Because he's got 4 under 20 caps, 3 under 20 goals. Very good potential ability. I only had 2 strikers. I needed a backup. He has 14 finishing, 18 determination. This guy could become a decent player. And if you do check his history, he has 1 goal in 1 appearance with 1 player of the match. And he was doing very well for Persiba in the Indonesian Cup. So I decided I would sign him as a prospect for the future. But as I said, we can now qualify for the Champions League. So that is one thing we want to do. So with today's game, we play against 3rd place Persipura. We need to beat them, and the starting lineup is as such. Ryudi cannot start. He is too tired. Nanak could come in, and he will. Jantra could play on the right-hand side because Sayono is injured. So unfortunately, we are down one of our key players. Bustomi Siswanto Lesaluhu will be starting. He likes the number 77. Very weird, but give him a benefit of the doubt. Kurnia Mega, a goalkeeper, does not want to sign a contract. As you can see, he's a very good goalkeeper. He's only 26 years old, but he won't sign a new contract. He doesn't like me, so I've decided we'll let him go. Flavio is the new man. Obviously, a very good squad. We are a bit tired, but this game is a big fixture for us. So let's push on to today's game and see if we can manage to get a win. It looks like they're playing a 4-4-2 as well. That's what they've decided on. But we need to go out. We need to get a win, because this could potentially get us closer to getting a spot in the Champions League. You know, the goal of the season, of the series, the challenge, is to win all the Champions Leagues, and this is only the start. If we can get to the Champions League, even if we don't win it, we'll get better recognition as a manager, and people might try and sign us from other clubs. Am I worried about that now? I don't know. I've sort of committed my future to Arema at the moment, but especially by signing these big players. Whether I leave and get a better club is another decision. But as I said, the Champions League is there. That is what we are here for. Flavio, you've had a mare, and you've cost us a goal. At 43 minutes, we have conceded a goal to Persipura. It's a terrible start, but Boaz has scored 14 goals this season. He must be a very good striker. I wonder if he's Indonesian, because if he is, I might try and snap him up. So there's Boaz. He has picked up a knock. Meltamo cracks it at goal. But Boaz comes out of nowhere, and Flavio can't do anything about it. But I will check out Boaz. That is a good shout. So we will give the guys a cautious team talk. Unlucky. Things aren't going right. But we do want to check the player ratings. Who is Boaz? Why is he so good? He's Indonesian. He's 30. 43 caps. 19 goals. 14 to 18 finishing, 11 to 15 first touch. This guy, oh, he's a decent player, but at the age of 30, he's a very consistent performer. As you can see, Persipura, he scored 25 goals for them. He scored 28 goals for them. He's a one club man, but he could be a decent player to attempt to steal for our side. But that is it. We're not going to make any changes. We're going to go back into the game. We'll see if we can do anything. Obviously, Jamad's starting, the youngster. We are trying to rest our legs, but that could be one of the reasons why we have conceded, because Jamad is starting ahead of Jessiel, but Jessiel is injured, so that could be another reason. Maybe I could have started better centre back. It probably would have been a good idea, but I didn't, so we have to see what we can get from this result. Dennis can't get off Wasapi. Boaz now. Zamran. We need to lay a challenge. We've missed it. Jamad. It's an own goal. Oh no. Jamad. That is shocking. You need to give the boys an aggressive team talk. Oh, I can't even do that. Here's Zamran. He beats Lesser Luhu. And then Jamad. What are you doing? It's hit you on the shoulder. Flavio, you need to get down for that, mate. You need to at least attempt to save that. As I said, we'll give the boys an aggressive team talk. Demand more. Jamad, oh, he can't score. He nearly redeemed himself, but he hasn't. Another corner now. Siswanto, ball in, front post. We can't get there. Unfortunately, it is cleared. I think we might have to bring on some attacking prowess. It's not really working for us. So what we're going to do, Lesaluhu in the middle. Jantra going to play up top. He's coming off. Jantra is going to come off. Saputra is going to come on. Lesaluhu not having the best of games. One Saya is going to come on for him. And I'll tell you what, we're 2-0 down. We have to go for this. We have to go for overload. We now know there is a Champions League position up for grabs. We need to try and get a point from as many games as we can, if not 3. And what a better way to start that than conceding a goal. No, that's not what I was going to say. Nwakolo has just ruined things for us. It's 3-0 now, and this is a terrible, terrible result. Oh, it's disappointing. I can't believe we conceded that late on, but that's what happens when you go overload. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it hasn't. And now the question is, are Persib going to capitalise? Or really, are Persipura going to catch on the points? I've got another sub left. I haven't made it. Yudi, you can come on for Jamad. Jamad, you've had an absolute shocker. Zamran on the right hand side, back to Pay. Pay going to play inside to Nissi. Nissi, there's another Lester Luhu. Now Sumarat. Boys, we need to press. Why are we not pressing? And that surely is going to go out. It has. That's going to see the clock run down. It's going to be full time. 91 minutes and 25 seconds. Surely the clock is going to be... Yep, there you go. The clock's ran down. The whistle is blown. We have lost 3-0. And this is not the result I was looking for. And as you can see, Persipura now beat us on the table on goal difference. They have 4 goals more than us. Persib do have a game in hand, but Persipura now are really, really a threat to us. That Champions League spot is on the line. We need it, and I'll tell you what, that is ridiculous. But in the schedule, we do have quite a bit to go. We have the Indonesian Cup. We do have, which the Indonesian Cup also has a Champions League spot. We must remember that. So the Indonesian Cup is important. Getting results in the Super League is important. But Persib could be the next time I see you. Or it's probably the best way to go. I think Persib could be the way to go. But I'm sure you will be updated when it is necessary. My name has been Chivos. Leave a like if you've enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below. Tell me if the new microphone is any better than the old one. I'd like to hear your feedback. And most of all, I will catch you guys on another Football Manager video.